You sent this to me, Guccimus, because James Gunn loves to go around talking. He was on Boba Talks, who I had never heard of until just now. Because boy, are there a lot of streamers, myself included.
Funkos.
Tells you what you need to know.
Absolutely. So one thing I've been really curious about is you've referenced things like Peacemaker Season 2 and Lanterns setting up different threads and arcs. How far do these arcs go? Like, do they culminate in Man of Tomorrow, or can we expect them to go further than that?
Yes, they definitely go significantly further than Man of Tomorrow.
Okay.
So now, you know, whether or not that'll be me that's able to fulfill that promise depends on a lot of things in life. But yeah.
Okay. And I know you can't give too much away. Absolutely.
He knows.
You think?
Oh yeah, he knows.
I think what he knows is that someone's buying this fucking thing, and that you staying is not a certainty, because often entire upper regimes are wiped out.
You look at his facial expressions, he knows. He knows.
I try not to. I try not to.
He knows he's done.
I don't know. He talked about blank screen right there, because after you have a video, you have to reshare your pages. Professional. While speaking to Boba Talks YouTube channel, Gunn said that he is making good progress on Man of Tomorrow. He's on his 4th draft of the script. Isn't that nice? Remember, nothing's going to be greenlit until the script is done, and solid. But, you know, he had extra time to go over his homework. So he's on the 4th time writing it. When asked why this Superman follow-up wasn't part of the initial Gods and Monsters slate announcement, the filmmaker said that certain things needed to happen for the project to become a reality.
Certain failures needed to happen.
I wonder, what were the simple things? What were the certain things?
Don't know if I'm going to be around much longer.
Does anyone really
I had to be close to being fired and only have one project left. So I picked it. I was going to wait 5 years. Speaking of lanterns, some photos of a piece of tie-in merch were shared online. Yes, this is also Josh from the Dinner Nerds. A green lantern hat that was supposedly a crew hat that had that concentric circles on the inside that everyone was talking about being the center, aka Dinosaur Island. Incredibly powerful, sentient island. Blah, 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 blah. Basically, someone said it sounds like dinosaurs at the end of Salvation, or at the end of the Salvation episode. And Gunn was like, yeah, well, wouldn't be a surprise. Wouldn't be much of a stretch. I don't take that with any grain of salt. He says but he says that shit about, like, we want to see more Blue Beetle. Well, I wouldn't say you're not out of what the fuck does that mean? He's going to be at the very end of a movie or something. Calling him fat? Which is my sentient island.
Lantern.
Doing. Oh yeah. Marvel Star Wars Paris being his shills there. He got yeeted. Gunn knows right there he may not be the one to continue the story. It really just depends. Too many reboots. I've heard, depending on who takes it over, he's either gone or he's have heavy restrictions.
What would you guys prefer? Yet another reboot, or try to fix what he started?
Well, it depends who takes over. If it's Netflix,
your star choice takes over.
Paramount, just let it sit for a little bit and pump out some animation, and then
I thought about it for a second. You have to reboot it. Because Gunn already set up a horrible timeline of metahumans being here for 300 years. They should be mythological beings far fucking longer than that. And then he set up a bunch of like canon shit for the other worlds that I don't like. That you'd have to beyond retcon. I don't know. Yeah.
So give it the 3-year break like Gooch once, or do you kind of let the Gunverse keep going while you shoot your new stuff and let it have a couple of Shazam 2 Black Adams?
I think you bring back like a Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, like the trio.
Can we just all agree? Just do Batman.
No.
Do a good
do an animated series. Get the kids involved. You got to get them young. Get them involved with animated series, and then start doing the movies.
Yeah. Well, first,
I would
real
keep
live
them.
action.
I would keep them. I would do what HBO Max did with Superman and Lois. I'm just going to start telling you a fucking story with these characters, and we're not going to reference any of that shit. And it's just, they look like them from that universe, but it is a Superman and Lois from whatever our new universe is. All that dumb shit didn't happen. But I would keep David, and I'd let him act stoically the way he did in his test screenings and all that, and let him win and still have struggle, but not like, bro, even when people talk about he blew himself out of a fucking black hole and he looked stupid doing it. All fucking big puffy cheeks, as opposed to Cavill, who goes and there's a way to do it without making him look like a fucking buffoon, and Gunn did not do it that way. So I would keep David.
Unfortunately, you can't keep David.
Why?
Because it was a failure.
I hate to say it, but I'm sorry, Dave.
Yeah,
Bye,
I'm sorry, guys. My producers are suggesting we cannot keep you.
I would want to, but you don't keep someone after a failure. You can't do that. I would love to keep David Cornsweet, but it's just.
I think if anyone is to agree, like, I think most people, if they had a problem and they were able to like fully vocalize it, I don't think David himself is the problem. I think this is more the common theme.
Yeah, but they're going to tie him to the movie.
I know, but here's what I'm saying. When you see our David in a badass actual Superman costume that looks dope, and he's like fighting people that doesn't look like fucking an arcade game, and there's like weight and stakes, and like, I don't know. I feel like it wouldn't take long to see him if you just gave him some heroic. You think no?
Maybe we could just be like friends with benefits. Maybe no. We got to do clean heartbreak reboot.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Yeah. It's
right?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's not you. It's
wouldn't
me.
be easy, but I would try to course correct instead. Yeah, I don't know. Upgrade Cornsweet.
Maybe if Liam Hemsworth has scheduling issues, he could go be the next Witcher.
Well, the problem at this point now is I love Jesus Christ, Henry, but he is, well, first he's wrapped up in everything else, right? He's wrapped up in Highlander and that Warhammer that we're never going to see. But also he is getting older. So at this point, you have to sort of just wait for him to do Kingdom Come, or it's too early. It's too late for him to do a fucking year 3 Superman fighting Brainiac for the first time or whatever.
How are we feeling about Keaton? Yeah, give Keaton like another few years and he'd be perfect for some Kingdom Come Batman.
I mean, there was the report that he was supposed to do a Batman Beyond already.
Yeah, a Batman Beyond or Kingdom Come and older Batman.
Honestly, he's already the perfect age for Kingdom Come. That was the point.
Honestly,
Kingdom Come Batman and Batman Beyond are the same fucking, yeah. That's why it just can't be a fucking another full reboot. Oh my God, everyone's burnt out.
But the first movie was a massive failure. It was a flop. So it's like, you got to take it up behind the barn and shoot it. I don't care how much you love Old Yeller. You got to put it down.
Well, either way, he has confirmed, Gunn, that we are not getting Darkseid because it's already been done. So Gunn, currently working on Superman, Man of Tomorrow, blah, 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 blah. Went on to explain why he's not considering Darkseid for the big bad of Chapter 1, Gods and Monsters.
There's never going to be a Chapter 2.
It's the new gods in general that are interesting to me. We're dealing with that in Mr. Miracle, which is the animated thing that's supposed to be separate, remember? There's that aspect of it. And then there are aspects of Darkseid and Thanos in that they're obviously very similar. They look very similar. Because of that, I just want you to know that in almost every incarnation, Darkseid would fucking destroy Thanos. Like, just not even a fair comparison. Maybe in some universes, Thanos with the Infinity Gauntlet, but even then, it is a fucking stretch of the imagination. Just completely on another level. Darkseid.
Yeah, it depends on what you're doing. Like, is he some Titan situation? Because, like, in the actual, like, Starland, Thanos is he's from Titan, from, like, Saturn and stuff, and he's It's mostly the Infinity Gauntlet that gives them. But if you got Infinity Gauntlet, then you should be able to beat anyone, right?
Shit, Nutella. You give him the anti-life equation too, and ain't no one. But yeah, fucking Darkseid is 100% that guy.
Couldn't Thanos just go like anti-life equation?
No.
Created by Jack Kirby, both of them, but
they do that. Well, clearly Kirby fucking
he
did a little better on one. Yeah. Because of that, to give you probably more than an answer than you probably expected. Using Darkseid as a big bad right now is not necessarily the thing for a lot of reasons. Zach did it so cool in his way, and then there's Thanos and Marvel. Later, when it was put to Gunn that Salvation could be the dimension where Ultraman ended up after being sent through that black hole, he responded, he could be, but that would be quite a huge coincidence. Man of Tomorrow arrives July 9th.
That's such a dumb comment because he did Lex Luthor. Lex Luthor was done numerous times. So, like, what's your point?
When is it supposed to be out? When's it releasing?
The July 9th, 2027.
I bet.
I'll remind you that he's starting filming of this 2 months before Supergirl comes out.
Oh, the eyeballs are going to be all over the place on this one.
Bob being the big bad makes a lot of sense in a lot of ways, and Gunn knowing that his time is limited and he needs to shat out what he's shatting out also makes a lot of sense.